Houthi rebels say they have retaliated after a new series of U.S. airstrikes hit the port city of Hodeidah. The U.S. military confirmed the new strikes and says they will continue until the Iran-backed Houthis end their attacks on ships traveling through the Red Sea.
The U.S. launched fresh strikes on Houthi-held targets through the night on Sunday. The U.S. Central Command posted these pictures on its social media and said it will continue the offensive until the rebels stop their attacks on Red Sea shipping.
This is not a one-off. This is an effort to deny them the ability to continue to constrict and control shipping. And it's just not going to happen. We're not going to have these guys, these people with weapons able to tell us where our ships can go, where the ships of all the world can go, by the way. It's not just the U.S. We're doing the world a favor. Yeah. We're doing the entire world a favor by getting rid of these guys and their ability to strike global shipping. That's the mission here, and it will continue until that's carried out.
U.S. jets had struck various targets on Saturday as well. According to the Houthi-run health ministry, at least 53 people were killed, with dozens more injured. A spokesman for Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels claimed the group had retaliated by attacking an American aircraft carrier twice within 24 hours and warned it would not let up.
The Yemeni armed forces will not hesitate to target all American warships in the Red Sea and in the Arabian Sea in retaliation to the aggression against our country.
The Houthis are an extremist political and military group who control a third of Yemen's territory. They seized control of Sana'a in 2014 and fought against a Saudi-led military coalition backed by the U.S. The Houthis' ideology centers around their opposition to Israel and the United States. They have aligned with Iran's so-called Axis of Resistance. And since the war in Gaza began, the group has attacked commercial ships in the Red Sea and even fired missiles at Israel. They say the attacks are in solidarity with Palestinians and have recently announced they will continue such attacks until Israel allows aid to enter Gaza. U.S. President Donald Trump says he will use overwhelming lethal force until the Houthis stop their attacks on ships. Trump also warned Iran, the Houthis' main backer, that it needs to stop its support for the group immediately. Iran provides weapons, training, and intelligence to the group, among other things, but still claims the Houthis are independent with their strategy.
The
Houthis, as representatives of the Yemenis, make their strategic and operational decisions on their own.
As the U.S. continues its campaign, it remains unclear how it will succeed, where previous American-led military efforts against the Houthis have largely failed.
And I'd like to welcome Robert Chatterjee, Vice...
Hey, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, blessings, and salutations to you, hopefully elect. I'm your brother Yahweh Carl from Great Millstone, Orlando. And, just real quick, because this is rather interesting to see how this plays out. All right, being that basically Iranian-backed proxies, the back and forth between these proxies and America has once again picked up. Again, I find it rather interesting to see how this plays out, being that Trump is he's strengthening his alliance with Russia. And of course, pursuant to the prophecy in Ezekiel 38, the so-called Iranians are one of the main nations that are going to be alliancing itself with Russia. All right. So again, this will be rather interesting to see how this plays out. All right, being that, again, the so-called Iranians, their allegiances with Russia. I believe I seen somewhere the other day about Iran, Russia, China doing joint military drills and things of that nature. Because the Lord is ramping this thing up. He's ramping this thing up. But it's going to be rather interesting. All right, real quick. 2 quick hits. Revelation 9 and 11. One woe was past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. Going into the first world war. All right. And it mentioned the two more wars to come, right? Meaning 2 more world wars. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, so again, 2 world wars have already come to pass, and then mentioned the third world coming quickly. All right, or this third world's war. All right, which World War II was not too long ago. You know, you still have remnants of those that fought in both world wars, you know, still alive today, you know, which again goes to show you that these world wars weren't too long ago, and that's why it mentions the third world coming quickly. All right. But again, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, you know, being that, again, the so-called Iranians are backed by the Russians, and Trump administration is strengthening its ties with Russia. But here it is. America is bombing those Iranian-backed proxies, those proxy groups. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, you know. But just some quick hit news, you know. Lord, was edifying, giving all praise to see how Bashem Shai Shalom to you. Hopefully, let.